Under the blazing sun in the Lopetian desert lies the proud city of Manzamalut. The hard-working denizens of this mercantile capital live honest lives. But when the sun goes down, there is another face to this metropolis. The zookeeper is the head of a vast criminal network that controls trade just out of view of the law. This is the story of 3 aspiring members of that Thieves' Guild.
Watch out for rogues inside, slinking through shadows and stabbing with knives. Hold close your gold and jewels. Thieves take it all if they're kings or they're fools.
Bardic Mystery Tour is a 5th edition D&D actual play podcast about a band of bards out on tour. But today we're playing Burglar Mystery Tour, an actual play podcast about a band of thieves robbing fools. My name is Brayton, and I'll be your DM.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm playing Jaxo Griggs. He's a pirate. That's a lie. He's an ex-pirate kobold, and he smokes a pipe, and he wears these cool glasses because he's super steampunky, but not really. But that's what they look like. And he's got orange scales and a little bit of a yellow belly. And he's really tough and strong. So
I'm Ed, and I'm playing Drell Griefstroke, a human warlock who has traded his fealty to the darkness within to gain ultimate power over shadow and darkness. And he wears eyeliner, it's fine.
Hi, I'm Nora, and I'm playing Hap Shepsum. Hap is pretty good looking. He's not from around here. He comes from pretty far away. He's got an eye for detail and an ear for deceit. And he's the only rogue of the bunch. So really, he's the only true thief in this Thieves Guild group. And he's really good at backstabbing.
I need you guys to tell me what your living situation is. I think we started to talk about it, but...
we live in a studio apartment, and we have
With
9
bobcats.
Oh, I'm talking about your characters.
I live by myself.
I probably live in my mom's basement.
Actually, you know what? My living situation is that I live with this very wealthy widow that I have seduced into allowing me to stay with her in her lavish accommodations. It's on whatever the fancy side of town is.
Okay. And then, Drell, you said you live in your mom's basement?
Unless it means my mom's in danger, because then that's not cool.
Well, she's not in the basement, right?
Regardless of the danger, you know the danger because you're in the guild already, so...
Does the guild have to know where I live?
Nope. Just the dungeon master.
Unless your paycheck gets mailed there, because then they gotta know.
Okay.
Do you need to know where I live?
Yeah, where's Jaxo live?
Okay, Jaxo lives... Is there a river nearby?
The Ragni Beck?
Yeah. Jaxo lives on a riverboat. A houseboat. River houseboat. How do you say that?
Houseboat on the river.
Yeah, and it has like cute lights out front, but I'd say like 15% of them are burnt out.
My mom probably has one of those like geese that you dress up based on the weather on her porch.
Oh, Jaxo has one of those too, but it's nude.
Okay.
It came with the boat house.
Are there any other details about your mom's house, Drell, that you want to tell me?
Yeah, I bet you there's like a white picket fence and like, what are those things that you hang on a fence that you put flowers, like a flower?
Like a hanging flower pot.
Yeah, but they make them like box shaped, like a flower. Isn't it called like a flower box?
Like a window box?
Yeah, but they make them like on fences instead of on windows.
How many flamingos are out front?
No, just that goose.
I take it back. I don't have a goose. It's a flamingo.
It's a nude flamingo.
They're all nude. I've never seen a flamingo wearing clothing. Have you?
I guess not technically.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I've scoured all my flamingo memories and none of them are dressed.
Okay, so Jaxo, at 4 a.m, there's a knock on your door. Do you think you're home?
I'm definitely home. I'm not sure if I'm awake already or not. Sometimes I pace at night.
Well, there is a knock, a loud, heavy knock on your door at 4 a.m, Jaxo. Tell me how you react.
Should I flip a coin and find out if I'm awake, pacing, or if I'm asleep?
I feel like it's totally up to you. If you want to flip a coin, that sounds like a fun thing to do.
Okay. Even, I'm asleep. Odd, I'm pacing.
We don't call them coins. We call them D2s.
Oh, I rolled a D4 and I got a 4. So he's asleep. Do I hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, I wake up and I'm like, I pause and I listen again to see if it happens again.
Again, you hear a loud thumping on the front door.
Do I recognize it as a sound like a knock of a friend that I've heard before?
You can roll for a check.
Was it the secret ribcage knock?
It's not the secret ribcage knock.
Perception?
Yeah, sure. Perception sounds good.
I got a 15.
You're not sure who it is. It sounds like someone. They don't sound angry per se. It's not an angry knock.
I creep over to the door and I look underneath it. No, fuck that. Jaxo's not afraid of nothing. Jaxo's like, huh, okay. And he walks over to the door and he opens the door, but he's got a weapon ready in case he's got to stab a bitch.
Jaxo opens the door and he sees his good friend Griggs standing outside of the door.
Oh, hey! And I stick my knife back in my sheath. I mean, it's like, because it's on my pants, like in another room, you know? I'm wearing my PJs.
Okay.
They're stripes, black and white, up and down.
Black and white vertical stripes?
Yeah, and the pants are all ripped on the bottom.
Is there a collar on your PJs?
I'm not wearing a shirt. I don't know if you know this.
Oh.
My character doesn't wear a shirt ever. I guess I should have told the listeners that. He's topless most of the time.
I always pictured him with a shirt.
No.
Yeah, like
Pants
a pirate
only.
shirt, like with like the big
No.
collar thing, you know?
No. Nude. Pirate pants only.
I picture him with like leather armor on a lot, I think.
I mean,
Mostly
he wears
because
that.
you get the armor bonus from the leather armor.
That's the only reason he wears the armor, because he likes bonuses.
It's like video game armor. It's just covering his nipples.
But it protects. It protects.
He's a lizard. He doesn't have nipples.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I don't have nipples. I mean, he doesn't have nipples.
All right, well, Grace goes, Jaxo, how's it going? How are you feeling, my boy?
Hey, it's good. It's good. How's it going with you?
He reaches in for like it's kind of like a hug, but it's weird because you're so short, and he's a little stumbly.
You okay, man?
Yeah, man, I was just out, you know. I was out planning the next big heist, you know.
Yeah, it's late. The bar's been closed a while, huh? You want to sleep it off, or?
And then he looks over his shoulder, and then he produces from somewhere within his garments a little bottle of rum, and he hands it to you. He says, "Don't tell him where you got it, though. Have a little bit."
Ha!
Rum is legal.
Okay, thanks. And I go and put it with the rest of my rum.
Wait, is rum legal?
Yeah, rum's legal, and he also doesn't seem to be happy that you're taking. Like he's like starts to walk into your house, and he's like, "Wait, now I meant just a little swig, bud."
Oh, I thought that you were giving me a houseboat warming gift.
No.
Here, I take out the cork and I take a swig, a big swig. And I give it back to him.
All right, he takes a big swig too, and he says, "You know, Jaxo, before you came around, man, things were great. Things were so good. But they're so much better now."
Oh,
you
I
know?
was afraid for a second, man.
You're like, I don't have any kids that I know of. And then he elbows you in the shoulder a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
But if I did, I wish they were just like you, you know?
Thanks, man. What? How come you came here? Do you need anything? You want to stay here?
No, I'm not lonely.
I
That's
got
not
a
what
couch.
I said. You're the lonely one. Look, you live by yourself like an idiot.
I don't need people in my house.
Yeah. No, none of us do.
I like adventure. Do you want to do an adventure? Do you have another mission for us?
Yeah. I sure do.
All right, let's hear it.
Can I just be transparent, Jaxo? Just a little bit transparent with you?
I mean, if you want to, but I think probably you gotta know some spells for that.
I hate to say it, but the guild it's not the way it used to be. It's not as good as it used to be. You know what I mean?
Is that your fault?
My fault? And he points at himself with an overly dramatic gesture.
Or is it somebody's fault?
It's somebody's fault. I'll say that.
It's
I'll
not
tell you that.
my fault.
I don't know. I don't think it's your fault.
It's not the Soggy Boys.
What the fuck are the Soggy Boys?
That's my team.
Oh yeah, it ain't you guys. You guys are killing. Where are the other guys? They don't
In
live
their
with you?
houses, probably sleeping.
I thought you guys all had bunk beds.
We used to have a studio apartment. 9 bobcats moved in.
That's tough. That's tough when you get priced out of a neighborhood like that. Yeah, it's just hard. You know how I basically taught you everything you know?
Sure.
That's how I feel about the boss.
That
You know what I mean?
you taught him everything he knows? Or that he taught you everything?
No, he taught me, I mean.
Okay, what's the boss's name again? I can't.
The zookeeper.
What's his name?
He looks around conspiratorially. Roll a persuasion check.
12.
Does she get advantage because he's drunk? Because he had that rum?
Let's just say you don't need it based on what I rolled.
Because Brayton's dice are drunk.
Does explain a lot of our other campaigns.
His name's Javier.
Okay, and
But don't tell him I told you. I told you in confidence because you're my best friend in the guild.
Oh, buddy.
Now.
Wait, well, now? What happened? Who was it?
Nothing. Nobody. It was Javier. I just feel like he's been acting weird, and I came here. I was just gonna pretend to come here to drink with you, but I'm really just upset, and no one else will listen to me. And they all told me to go to bed, Griggs. And so I am going to bed, but on my way, I stopped by over here. And I brought you a present.
What's a present?
He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a little pouch of tobacco.
Oh, yeah, let's smoke pipes. I got an extra. You want it?
No, I don't smoke. I don't want. That stinks.
All right, well, thanks. Let's go out on the porch. And we go to the porch of that house.
Is it a porch or a deck?
Yeah, yeah. How does it work?
Do you call it a deck when it's a boat?
It's your boat.
It's a deck, porch. It's a dorch. We go out on it, and I smoke my pipe, and I offer him a chair to sit in. It's an Adirondack chair.
He says he doesn't need it, but he clearly should sit in it, and he leans on it really heavily.
And then I fake trip and fall into him so that he'll fall into it the whole way and just relax.
He catches you, and he's like, "You okay there, little buddy? You're pretty drunk." And then he offers you that rum bottle again.
Thanks, man. I take the rum bottle. What happened to your friend?
Look, here's the thing. He doesn't care about us anymore. I thought he cared about us. I thought this whole thing was like a family, and he doesn't care. So now I don't care either. If he doesn't care, then I don't care. So I'm going to leave town.
Well, I don't think you should leave town because I like you.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say because I don't trust him. He's been going and talking to the police all day, every day, all day and night.
Did you see that happen or did you just think it happened?
I'm just saying you don't have to see everything. You put 2 and 2 together.
It makes
okay?
4.
Yeah, you get it.
I think I get it. I don't get it.
So that's all I'm saying.
Okay, why don't you stay here for the night and cozy up, and then we'll talk it out in the morning. And then if you still want to leave town, maybe you can leave town. But I think you should stay. I like you. I don't think you should go.
No, I can't stay. I gotta go home. My girlfriend will yell at me if I'm out all night.
Do you need a ride there?
On your back? Like a piggyback ride?
I mean, I'm tough, balls, so I got a wheelbarrow.
He thinks about it for a minute. No, I'm gonna be fine. I just want you to know that I really care about you and your whole crew. I thought they lived here, but I guess not.
You want me to tell him?
Yeah.
Do I know where he lives?
Griggs?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Do you want to roll a history check?
15.
You have an idea of the neighborhood, but you're not sure exactly what structure it's in.
Oh, do you want to talk some more? Do you want to go for a swim? Water's nice.
Why don't you go first? I'm not going for a swim. You go for a swim. I'm getting out of here. I gotta go back.
Okay.
Old Carrie's gonna be yelling at me tonight, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Are you sure you're okay to get home?
Oh, wait. What? Yeah. You wait. Listen.
I'm waiting.
we're all going to have a world of trouble if what I think's going on is going on.
What do you think's
But
going
I'm not
on?
going to assign you the task. But I'm not just going to not assign. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm picking it up. So what's the task? You're not going to assign anybody because no one needs homework.
We just need to double check. I think that we're all going to get jailed the next couple days. That's what I'm trying to say. So watch your tail.
Oh, I'll watch it.
Tell your friends, the soggy guys.
Boys.
Tell your boys, the soggy guys.
All right.
It's been great working with you, and I'll either see you in jail or I'll see you in hell.
All right.
Then he salutes you and he stumbles away.
Okay. I keep the liquor bottle that I'm holding and I watch him go out the door.
He just stumbles all the way. I guess there's like a pier, like you live in a marina, and he stumbles up the pier, up the dock.
It's not like a nice marina. It's like the one that no one wants.
Wait, do you pay for a spot in the marina, or you just like docked at the side of the river somewhere?
The second one.
Just like illegally hidden in some weeds somewhere?
Oh.
Well, anyways, I put that bottle down and I look out there and then I start to sneak and follow him to make sure he's okay getting home. But I want to keep enough distance between me and him that he doesn't see me.
All right, roll a stealth check.
27.
You don't seem to think that he sees you. All right, so you're not in a dock? You're just like in some secret hidden spot on the river?
Yeah, and just like on the river, man.
All right, and it's like some place that you haven't been harassed by the guards to move. So
they aren't
like,
going to harass me.
He's tough.
Because you're hidden?
Maybe you don't understand how the law works, but their primary function is to harass the citizenry.
That's just in D&D, right?
All right, yeah, you follow him like all through the city. He walks quite a ways, and then he's in like kind of a middle class area, and you see him go in the bottom floor of a building on Juniper Street.
Okay.
And the door closes behind him, and in my head, you're like across the street or something.
All right. I'm going to see who's closer to that address, Hap or Drell.
Hap.
All right. I go over to Hap's place.
Okay.
Does he know where I live, though? Did I ever tell him?
That's up to you guys.
I feel like we like each other, but I don't know if I trust. Because, like, I also feel like I don't necessarily stay in the same place for a long time. Like, widow to widow, you know what I'm saying? On the hunt.
All right. Well, do I know where Drell lives?
No, I'm super embarrassed. I live with my mom and I don't tell anyone about that. And I pretend like I'm super independent. And I'm very strong-willed.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that Jaxo knows where either of us lives, unless you followed both of us home recently after we were both drunk or something.
It sounds like you don't know where either of these two live.
All right. Then I guess I'm never going to see them again. And we're all going to go to jail. So I go to bed.
Okay. Sounds good. I was going to ask, what's the chance that you would expect that either of them would still be up drinking?
At 4?
We party all night, all the time. And the gallows basket, number one, if there is a law that says when bars have to close, the gallows basket doesn't give a
The
shit.
gallows basket doesn't care about that.
All right, fine.
But the gallows basket has a strict company policy. They always close every day from 8 a.m. until 8:30 a.m. so they can sweep up the floor. Then they open back up.
Yeah, so I have to stand outside for half an hour.
They'll give you a road beer for half an hour.
Okay, I go to the gallows basket. I smoke my pipe the whole way there.
I'm going to roll a die to see if I'm there. So odd, I'm not, and even I am. It's 4, so I'm there.
All right. What about Drell, Ed?
Look, if I'm not on a mission, then I'm drinking at the gallows basket with my good friend Gordon Thumbneck
All right.
at 4 a.m. Early. 4 a.m.'s early for drinking time.
Kobolds need their beauty sleep. They are the cutest ever.
When the sun's up, though, good luck finding Drell.
All right. Jaxo Griggs, you get to the gallows basket. I thought it was called the gallows bucket.
I think
Yeah.
we've gotten back and forth on this a few times.
We've talked about how only idiots think that.
You get to it says on my paper, gallows bucket. All right. You get to the gallows basket and you see it's still a little bit busy. It's starting to clear out a little bit. 4 a.m.
Hang on. Is the gallows basket / bucket the thing that the head falls into? after it snaps off?
It doesn't snap off.
The first time we talked about it, I wrote down gallows basket.
Emily, do you have like the hangman's noose confused with the guillotine right now?
Uh-huh.
Like if they use like a razor whip for the noose, and so when you drop it, it's
piano
like,
wire?
Yeah, I never thought about this until now, but is it called a... Do you do beheadings on a gallows or no?
No way.
So what's the basket for?
You do other kinds of murders on a gallows because, you know, like whenever they tied somebody to the barrel and then chopped their head off, that was on a raised platform.
Was it called a gallows?
You would call the gallows.
Does gallows just mean raised platform?
That's what we need to know.
I want to also mention that it's not murder if it's state sanctioned.
The internet is a magical place filled with information.
Yeah, the definition says it's explicitly for hanging.
A structure, typically of 2 uprights and a cross piece for the hanging of criminals.
Yeah. So, like, what do you do beheadings on?
I'm just going to Google, where do you behead?
You're going to get some weird results on that one, man. You might want to use incognito for that one. Use your VPN.
Okay, but this picture, this is called 125 medieval gallows photos, and it's got like the upright thing and the hanging noose, and then a giant wooden thing and a huge axe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they've got these big platforms.
Yeah, but the gallows is the uprights, not the platform. Platform's called a platform. What about, like, isn't the same place they would put, like, the pillory and the stocks?
Yeah, I feel like that's true. I think it's just a platform. I think it's just the beheading deck.
In the traditional usage of the gallows, the condemned stands on a platform or drop, which is like whenever you drop them through the floor thingy. The rope hangs from the crossbeam and the noose at its end is placed around the neck. I Googled, what does the gallows sit on? It says a platform.
It's not, yeah.
Jeez.
So platforms are dangerous. Nobody ever set foot on a platform ever, or you might die.
They're not dangerous for the executioner.
Are they not? Have you seen Robin Hood Men in Tights?
What you should say is crimes punishable by beheading are dangerous to do.
Oh, on a scaffold? They were on a scaffold?
Ah.
Or over a pit?
I think it's just called execution platform.
All right, so one thing we've learned is that the naming of this bar is strange.
Contentious.
Yeah, and I'm glad we spent time in the podcast to discuss that. So, Jaxo, you go into the gallows basket or bucket. The sign is a little faded. It's not really clear which one it is anymore.
There are 2 teams within the guild, and like one of them is strong bucket, one of them strong basket, and neither of them shall meet in the middle.
Yeah, there's an upcoming vote next quarter.
Well, anyway, I walk into the gallows.
It's winding down for the night. There's still people there. I mean, there's still a lot of people there. You see Jackie behind the bar, and
I would give her a wave.
She waves at you, and you see the Night Nashers are packing up their equipment. Looks like they just finished up their show on the little stage there. They play every night.
Did any of them look at me?
No.
Okay.
And you see at a table, Hap and Drell, are you drinking together or no?
It depends on how much you like Gordon Thumbneck, because I'm definitely drinking with Gordon Thumbneck.
I'm drinking by myself in the corner of the room.
You just stay out all night to drink by yourself?
I'm eyeing up the room for a new Mark, Brayton.
Yeah, wait, by yourself or like with like a dozen ladies?
I mean, I think a lot of the ladies have left at this point. I assumed that I was spending a large portion of my night with a lot of ladies.
All the loser ladies that aren't worth hanging out with.
All right, that's what you see. Who would you like to talk to or do or whatever?
I'm going to go over to Drell, and I pull up a seat next to them.
Hey, Jaxo, how's it going?
Hey!
What are you doing up this late? You're always asleep by 2 or 3.
I know. I got woken up. I got to take a quick walk with you and chat for a sec. You think your buddy here can wait for a minute?
Oh, yeah, Gordon, you all right?
Fuck you, bud. Well, you tell him something, you tell me something.
Don't drink my beer when I'm outside.
Don't piss in it neither.
Wait, I'm taking this with me. What am I talking about?
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just messing with you. I'll sit here.
I'll be right back, Gordon. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, just quick one. I'm gonna grab you in a sec, and then I run over and grab Hap too. But I don't really run. I like walk real cool, but little legs, you know? Hey, Hap.
Well, hey there, little dude.
Not sure what your plan is right now, but gotta talk to you. Do you have a second?
I guess I can make one. It's quite odd to see you out here this late. What brings you to the gallows basket?
And then I rub my eyes because I'm just super tired. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Just something weird. And I was just gonna run it by you guys. And you wanna take a quick walk outside, or?
All right, let's go. Get this thing over with.
You guys go outside, I guess.
Hey, Apple, what's up?
Hey, Drill. We've been in the same bar all night.
I waved at you when you came in and you didn't come sit with us, so I just figured you were busy.
I was on the prowl, man.
Yeah, I'm not trying to you're whatever. I'm just trying to have some beers with Gordon.
Cool.
You're welcome at our table anytime you want, though.
I'm real glad you guys are here because I didn't know where you live.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, too. You'll never come out and drink with us this late.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I look around. Is there anybody outside but us?
You know, Fireball's like half off in half an hour, right?
Whoa, that's my favorite. It makes me feel tough.
Did you know that if you mix Fireball and pineapple juice and apple liqueur, it tastes like applesauce?
Interesting.
Yeah, actually, let's do that real quick. Hold on.
We take a quick detour and get applesauce shots.
Sure, when you ask Jackie, she's real familiar with them, and she makes them up for you real quick.
What are they called? Saucy boys?
It's called applesauce shots.
So I bring them back. I raise my shot. I said, here's to 510 83 65. And then I clink it with you guys.
Yar.
And we take a shot.
Yar!
Down the hatch.
They taste just like applesauce. It's amazing.
I feel like I should have put my medicine in there.
What?
Don't people use applesauce to take medicine?
Are you sick, Jaxo?
Anyway, I look around. Is there anyone next to us outside?
No.
Am I sure?
How far away from the door did you go?
Like 20 feet.
There's no one in the immediate vicinity.
Are the windows open to the business? I want to go somewhere where no one can hear me.
No. Oh, in my head, this bar is an underground establishment.
I lost that, I guess. I'm like, okay, guys. So I was asleep, right? And then the door was knocking and I heard it and it was a bang. And I was like, I don't know who that is. So then I went to the door.
Wait, the door was knocking on itself?
Yeah, none of your stories making any sense here, Jaxo. Let's do another shot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Liquor
Okay.
will probably help with this problem.
You go get him. Go get him.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
gonna
go
say-
get another
I'll get this
shot.
round for you.
Oh,
Ab.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
I get this round. When I walk in, I wave at Gordon and I give him like the just one more minute, and I grab some shots.
All right. He has 2 shot glasses empty in front of him.
All right, I'll get 4 shots and I'll run one over to him too.
Okay.
But I assume he's also hanging out with all the other boys. You know what I mean?
He's friendly.
I'm gonna say, hey, Ab just told me about this one. Tastes like applesauce.
Applesauce? I would never believe that.
I don't know. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, I go back outside. All right, guys. This one goes out to the zookeeper. He's always been kind to us. He's always led us down the right path, you know?
Yeah, he's making our lives quite profitable, I'd say. Here's to that.
I smack their drinks out of their hands.
Jaxo!
I'm like, damn it, guys. Listen to me. I was sleeping in my bed, and then the door was knocking, and I came to the door, and there's this knock, and I didn't know who it was, and I opened it because I'm not scared of nothing.
Jaxo, that's a party foul. Throw shots on the ground.
You shut your mouth, your pie hole, whatever you got. I'm not scared of nothing, so I opened that door, and you want to know who was outside of my houseboat?
I don't know, did they have any shots?
They did. They had a bottle as it was missing some. And I had some, and then I had some more with you just now. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It was Griggs.
Oh, we should have done our next shot to Griggs. You're right. All right, I'll get the next round.
No. And I grab his hand and I pull him back.
Wait. Are you saying that Griggs came to your house?
Yeah.
This late at night?
He's just upset. He's upset and he's drinking and he's really upset. And then I look around and I make sure there's no one there.
Griggs and the zookeeper, they're both great guys, man.
You should have told him that work time is work time and free time is free time. And he can't just be coming up to your house expecting you to work at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, you're going to talk to your union rep.
You don't need to say in the morning if you say I am. Is there no one around?
You don't see anybody. Do you want to roll a perception check? Yeah, roll a perception check.
21.
You don't see anybody per se. Like, there's no one who looks like they're listening. There's some people in the distance and stuff, but not really because they're in the sewers. You can just tell there are people in the bar.
I'm like, listen. And I get like real quiet and I stare them down and I try to get them to come closer. And I do like that come closer gesture. And I'm like, listen.
Jaxo, I'm basically inside your face right now.
That's good because you got to hear this is important. Greg's upset because he's afraid that we're all going to go to jail and it's the zookeeper's fault. And I don't really know what that means, but I thought that maybe we should find out if anything's happening.
Jaxo, I don't think you got to worry about it. The criminal underground always runs the risk of going to jail. It's part of being the criminal underground.
That's true. Yeah.
But it seems like maybe the zookeeper is trying to go out of his way to get us in trouble instead of him in trouble.
No, the zookeeper is just trying to find work for everybody. He understands the plight of the people.
It sounds to
know.
me like Griggs might have been doing some drugs, honestly.
No, just alcohol. It's totally legal.
That's a drug, I'm just saying.
Drugs might be legal.
Maybe you're right, but it doesn't matter. I think he's on to something and we should listen to him. He's a really good friend of ours. You guys aren't going to care about this? It's just going to be me?
I mean, is he really our friend? He's our boss. He's our Heistmaster.
But he said he likes you guys. He said that we're his favorite.
That's what all bosses say. You're my favorite.
Yeah, he was like, you guys are my favorite crew. And we're like, how many crews do you have? And he was like, well, just the
you.
one. We're like, thanks, Griggs. You really make us feel great and appreciated on Employee Appreciation Day, which it was today, by the way, that no one mentioned
do a
it.
drink to him.
I was going to do a drink to the zookeeper.
You just said you were going to do a drink to Griggs.
Yeah, let's do one for Griggs. Yeah, let's do a shot for Griggs. All right. I'll get a shot. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a shot.
All right. But what kind of shot are you getting?
But I'm going to forget that we were doing those applesauce ones, and I'm just going to get Fireball.
I thought you were going to do whiskey, man.
I don't need whiskey shots. I'm just get Fireball.
Yeah, you get 3 shots of Fireball.
All right. I come back out. I give Gordon the one. Just one more minute. Just one more. I go back outside. I'm like, all right, guys, this one's for Griggs. Griggs and the zookeeper.
To Griggs and the zookeeper.
Yeah, to Griggs, I guess.
Jaxo, don't get too upset. The zookeeper's doing the best job he can. If he gets us to jail, like, it was part of the gimmick, man. We all make we make our money.
You're not worried?
Make a living.
I mean, Jaxo, what's going to make you feel better?
Maybe if you guys come and get me in the morning. You know where my boat is parked?
No.
You want me to tell you how to get there?
Yeah, just tell us
Sure.
where your boat is. We'll come meet you in the morning.
I give them really good directions, like really good directions.
By morning, I mean afternoon.
Yeah. At the ass crack of 1 p.m., I'll be there.
All right, come get me when you guys get up. I need to go back to sleep. I'm just so tired.
All right.
Fair enough. Drell, you want to go back inside, get some more drinks?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Let's do
I
it.
go to bed.
All right. Jaxo goes home, and Drell and Hap keep drinking for a bunch more hours, probably.
One or two.
Yeah, maybe 4. Once 8 o'clock rolls around, it's kind of time to go to bed.
Cool. The rest of the night passes. Well, it doesn't pass completely uneventfully because around like 7:30 in the morning or so, you see the zookeeper come into the gallows basket. And he goes up to Jackie. She gives him some sort of shot and a pint of, I don't know, you're not sure, cider. Maybe it's like a Pilsner. And he takes the shot.
Is this normal? Like, have we seen him in here before?
Yeah. So he's kind of distant. His personality is kind of a distant personality, but he's not ever like missing. Anybody showing up in the gallows basket and getting a drink isn't too weird. But he gets a shot and then he takes his pint and he leaves with it. And then you guys go to bed and you sleep until
2:30.
2:30 in the afternoon.
That's when I gotta go to the dentist, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey there, groupies. Brayton here. 3 weeks in a row, we're coming out a little bit late, and I'm sorry about that. Things have been getting a little hectic in my life. Nothing exciting to report, just working some overtime at my day job or whatever. You know, I could quit my day job if we only had like 6,000 or 16,000 more listeners who signed up on our Patreon page, and they could just pay for me to edit and put the episodes out on time every week. I don't think that's going to happen this week, but, you know, every little bit helps, and I really appreciate everybody who already does. Nothing big to announce. I hope you're liking the new arc, and this is the last one for the Soggy Boys. So after this adventure, we're getting back to it with our regular bards. That is Staff, Windy, and Kemen, the big guy. All right, everyone have a good day, and we'll catch you next week. Bye. All right, the night passes. The morning passes. Jaxo, when they're not there at 1 p.m., are you worried?
No?
You just hang out until they show up?
Yeah.
Smart.
I'm hanging out on my boat, getting a tan on my scales, like, because you can do that, right? No, he's pretty cold-blooded. He just, like, laying out in the sun, getting all cozy.
Does your boat have, like, a big fake rock on the top that you lay on?
No. It has a porch called a deck, and it has Adirondack chairs that are, like, really old and not painted ever.
Okay.
They're like that gray wood.
Driftwood?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys show up at Jaxo's houseboat?
Yeah.
I show up in a fancy carriage.
I'm cleaning out my pipe.
I just walk there.
As I'm getting out, you can hear me being like, all right, darling, I'll see you later. Have a good day with the ladies getting tea. And then I come inside.
The Soggy Boys are all gathered together in Jaxo's houseboat, illegally parked on the river, the Ragni Beck. What do you talk about?
Hey, Jaxo.
Yeah?
You here?
You want some drinks? I got water.
I don't know if I could drink right now. Got any coffee?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll make a pot of coffee.
Tell us more about what you're worried about, because I think I've sweated off all the alcohol at this point. I think I can actually absorb some words, so.
Okay, so last night, door was knocking, and then Griggs is there, and then Griggs is telling me how he's really worried about the zookeeper
yeah,
is trying to get us to go to jail.
Striking a chord.
I don't really know. He didn't make sense because he was drunk. But we could go to his house and see if we can talk to him again. Maybe he's sober. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking we probably need to hear this from the horse's mouth, as it were.
You mean Griggs thinks that the zookeeper's messing up?
I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes when people are drinking heavily, it's hard to make sense of their words.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm drinking heavily, it's hard to make sense of people's words, too.
I think that's like when you take your glasses off and then the other people look weird, but you look weird to them.
Well, the trick is we don't know where Griggs lives.
Oh, I do. I followed him home last night, so I know.
Wow.
I just was making sure he made it home. He was really toasted. He's like...
It's like a HIPAA violation.
Stalker much.
I don't think it's a HIPAA violation, but it's probably like a friendship violation, but I think it's okay.
Also, usually when you guys need to run into Griggs, you see him in his office.
Yeah, we could just go check out and see if he's at work.
Yeah. But you just said you think that the whole gallows basket's going to be swarming with the coppers today.
Yeah, don't go there.
Isn't that where his office is?
Yeah.
It's not in the gallows basket, right?
Well, it's on the gallows basket, but it's
in
near
the
there.
zoo, though.
Yeah.
Like
the section of the sewers that's the housing for the menagerie.
Why don't we go try his house first, and then if he's not there, we can go to the menagerie.
Well, we can scope out the menagerie, and we'll see if we think that the like entrances are being like watched and stuff. If you're afraid it's compromised, and if that's true, then we go to Griggs' house.
Okay. I'm real glad you guys aren't drunk anymore because you seem like you care a little bit now, and you didn't before, and I didn't feel like you cared about me.
I don't think I understood what you were trying to imply last night. I thought you meant that you did a mistake job.
I'm not really sure what that means.
All right, so you guys are going to
Griggs' office. We're going to scope it out.
We're going to make sure we're not being trailed.
So, there's a whole bunch of secret ways into the sewers, or the zoo, as you guys call it.
Or the zooers.
But there are a couple that are more used because they're easier routes in. And are you checking some of those, or are you going to just go in? Because you said something about checking for If it was being raided?
If it's being like scoped out, we're seeing if there's like people watching it.
Yeah, before we go in, we want to like check the street, see if there's anybody suspicious looking.
Yeah, we're not gonna just stroll up to the door and go in. We're gonna like see if there's like a stakeout.
Let's say you go to the main route you go in most of the time. This is in the back of a fishmonger's shop that's on High Street. And you want to scope it out and see if there's any nefarious deeds from the law.
Is it nefarious if it's, I mean...
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I want to look out for like some FedEx type trucks that could hold federal agents that are surveilling us discreetly.
Go ahead and roll perception checks.
And also like the glint of a barrel of a gun. I got an 11.
18.
7.
All right. Hap and Drell, you see nothing out of the ordinary. But Jaxo, you notice there's a couple of guys standing around with long trench coats on, reading newspapers. It seem like they're not even looking at the paper. They just have the papers up covering their faces.
Do they have nice shoes on?
They're across the street and they have nice shoes on. They're not that nice as shoes, but they're very clean. You know what I mean? Like they're average quality, but cleaner than you would expect from a random newspaper reader, but not too clean for a federal agent to have on. I'll tell you that.
I'm like, psst, and I do like that upward head nod, instead of like the down nod, the up nod in the general direction of the person to see if they get me, my friends.
We're like, what? We're walking past like a fishmonger?
So it's like so the fishmonger's like a front, is a member of the guild.
Then I say, what, Jack? So you would think about sandwiches today for lunch instead, or?
Yeah, let's get some sandos.
All right. I think there's a place over here we can go.
Like chicken or something?
And I just walk away from the fishmonger.
The fishmonger sees you guys, but doesn't react.
Do they recognize us? Like we recognize each other?
Make an insight check.
15.
21.
It looks like they see you, but they're trying to not look at you.
Is there like a known Thieves Guild distress signal?
Yeah, there definitely is one. So we should make it up for the podcast right now.
If our guild sign is like ribs, but what would be the distress sign of ribs? Like whenever you're like, oh, my side.
Yeah, like if I take my shoe off and I shake my shoe off like there's sand in it and I put my shoe back on. Like I had like a rock in my shoe.
Oh, yeah. And then the fishmonger like lifts his right foot and he scratches the inside arch a little bit and then puts his foot back down.
Does that mean he sees that I am warning him, or does that mean that he is answering a question that I'm asking him?
Oh, I think it means that he's saying, yeah, I can tell that there's some people here, so don't play your hand. Keep it secret.
All right.
I would like to turn the corner and disguise myself as like a vagabond.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Like nothing fancy, just like throw some dirt on there and like cover my head and stuff. And then I want to go back and try and do some sleight of hand and steal these guys' papers and see if I can find anything else out about them.
All right, you should make some sort of check to disguise yourself. Like a disguise kit check.
What's that with? What ability?
No, just tell him it's with charisma.
It's with charisma.
I don't know, what's your best ability? Just try to make an argument for your best ability.
All right, cool.
Okay, I got a 9.
All right, you've disguised yourself impeccably. No one could recognize you.
Great.
But you're still pretty sure you look handsome.
Great.
All right, and then you're going to do what? You're going to go try to pickpocket these...
Yeah, I want to go like do one of those like classic bump into them and be like, oh, sorry, and try and like steal any papers that are in their coats.
All right, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check on them.
13.
You bump into one of the two trench-coated normal...
I thought there were 3.
I thought there were 2, but if I said 3 before...
I don't remember.
The continuity of this universe is starting to crumble.
Jeez, oh man.
Oh, maybe one of them went to go pee. I don't know.
Falcor!
You bump into one of these 2 trench-coated men. What do you say?
Oh, excuse me, mister. I didn't mean to bump into you.
He turns to you and says, listen here, buddy. And he snaps his newspaper in the air, like to flatten it out again. And he says, you got to watch where you're going.
I know. That's what everybody always tells me. I'm so sorry.
He says, do
I'll
you
get
know who
out of
I
your way
am?
now.
I'm a And then he catches himself and he says, I'm a regular businessman doing regular business and reading the newspaper.
Of course you are, sir. Of course you are. Of course.
All right. Well, why don't you go take a shower and get out of my face?
First thing, absolutely. And I leave.
All right. Then you check what you got out of his pocket.
What'd it get?
You got a slip of paper. And when you open it up, it says on it the name of that fishmonger's business on the front, which is Harper's Haddock and Halibut.
I take it back to my thief friends and show it to them. I think maybe this means that someone gave away the location of our main entrance.
Well, let's go check the second entrance.
All right, lead the way.
The second entrance is not a business front. It's just a large sewer grate that is down a long alley that's like a dead end.
All right, let's look for agents near the edge of the alley.
All right, everybody roll a perception check. This is a residential area.
11.
8.
24.
All right, Hap and Drell, once again, can tell that this is a very safe place to go and start walking towards it. But Jaxo notices that peeking out of one of the windows, there's a man with like a 5 o'clock shadow, which is weird because it's still only like 3 or 3:30.
He's got a 3:30 shadow.
But
There's a man with a 3:30 shadow wearing like a nightgown that an old lady would wear, like a house robe, and then like a shower cap, dressed up like an old lady, peeking out of one of the windows from behind the curtain at the alley.
Jaxo, I don't think you should pick on ladies just because they grow facial hair. That's kind of cruel.
I didn't say anything yet. I reached down and I scratched my foot, but I'm not wearing shoes. Like, I don't wear shoes. I wear galoshes when I'm in a boat, but I'm not on a boat right now, so I'm not wearing galoshes. So I started to like hop on one foot to like scratch it, and then I put my foot down.
All right, then we just keep walking the way we was walking.
I think I need to go get my galoshes, guys. This ground's hurting.
All right, when we get far enough away, I say, all right, guys, looks like trouble. Maybe we go to Griggs' house.
You don't want to check the last entrance?
We can check the last entrance. You think it's worth it?
I mean, that's the least well-known entrance, so it might be better off than these first two.
Yeah, but if what Jaxo's saying is that the zookeeper is in on this, then they probably got even the minor entrances under surveillance.
That's true, but won't it help us to know if the third entrance is bugged by these agents? Then we'll know that somebody with insider knowledge.
Yeah, let's go. No, you're right. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
We go there.
We keep our eyes peeled for anyone that we know on the way to the third entrance, too.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We know quite a number of thieves.
Yeah, there's quite a number. You walk past some urchin in the street that you know is part of the guild.
Hey, kid.
He comes over. He says, please, sirs, I haven't eaten in 2 weeks.
I say loudly, if you do this task for us, I'll give you a whole silver.
Oh my, sirs, I've never had a whole silver to myself.
Then I give him like the secret token that like the Thieves Guild has that means like I'm in a Thieves Guild.
Yeah. What's on it?
Just a fish, like, you know, like a Garfield style cartoon fish skeleton with like just the head and the bones.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the head side. And on the tail side is a lion in a cage, but the door is unlocked. But it's hard to notice because like on a coin, it's really small.
Nice.
Does he react?
He takes the token and then he very deftly swaps it around in his hand. He holds up a silver and he says, oh my, I've never been able to hold one of these before. What can I do for you guys? You asked me to do a job for you?
I motion him closer and I say quietly, have you heard any movement on the streets this morning? Any unusual information?
I've been walking around a lot and my feet seem to hurt everywhere I go.
Everywhere?
Everywhere I've been so far, and I've been all around.
Have you been to a podiatrist? You maybe should do it.
Because we went for some sandwiches. We went...
I had to
We had to go to the
dump.
toilet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I went all
In
the
an
way to the
alleyway?
park.
Man.
Is the park the third location?
Yes.
And your feet still hurt in the park, huh?
My feet were still hurting, even on the grass.
Even if you take your shoes off on the grass. That always helps me.
He looks confused and he goes, yes. Even then.
I give this urchin a look like, I don't know what Jaxo's talking about. This is weird.
I'm trying to make it so that if other people listen in, they think that we're having a normal conversation about taking your shoes off in the grass in the park.
I put my finger next to my nose and rub it a little bit. And I'm like, have you heard anything from your boss?
Can't say as I have, sir. I don't have a boss because I'm an urchin.
Well, we all have a boss now, don't we? All of us have a shared boss up high.
Then we point to the sky.
I haven't heard anything from the great master in the sky.
All right.
Not everyone has the same beliefs. Hap.
I think that's all we needed you for. You run along now and keep yourself out of trouble, you hear?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir, so much. You're so generous.
That's right, we are. Now get.
And then he scoots away, scampers off, leaving you three to stand in the street and look at your feet.
I start walking towards an abandoned alleyway that looks private.
Oh, when I was looking at my feet, I rolled my toes.
What?
Like when you roll your fingers on a table?
Oh, like drumming them. Like,
I did that. And then whenever Hap started walking, I followed.
all right, sounds good. You guys make it to a seemingly abandoned alleyway.
I tell the group, I think we need to head for Griggs' house. I don't think we're going to be able to get into the Thieves Guild today. Not unless we sneak our way in.
We can do that. I can get us there. Maybe, should we disguise ourselves, or you think it's okay if we're just us?
How recognizable do you think we are on a scale of 1 to 10? We did just win a citywide race in 3rd place.
And I do have this giant deer head helmet.
Are you wearing that right now?
Fuck yeah, that's the only thing I wear.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
And I am a kobold, and I haven't seen any others.
How recognizable do we think we are as ourselves?
So Hap thinks that Hap is very well disguised. Drell thinks that he's very recognizable because of his fame and his giant deer helmet. And Jaxo probably has the best grip on reality and knows that you guys look kind of weird because of Drell's weird hat, but you're not like famous. Like no one really cared about 3rd place that much. Like, whatever. Like locals that you see every day see you.
Oh, like, hey, Drell.
What?
How far are we from your house?
Why?
I just want to know.
Just a little bit.
Oh, could you maybe lose the hat? It's fucking weird.
Sure, give me half an hour. I'll be right back.
Okay. I pack a pipe.
I just want to add on top of that, hey, buddy, it is kind of odd whenever you walk through a door and your headgear hits the lintel. I mean, it's a little big for a hat, just saying.
All right, Drell walks off.
Is the entire zoo compromised? Has the zookeeper betrayed the menagerie? Why can't Drell just wear his hat? Find out next time on Burglar Mystery Tour.
It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. There's only one thing we implore. Tell all your friends and they'll tell more. Warn your sheriff, cause we're kicking in doors. Rolling dice with our best friends. Solving mysteries again and again. Writing songs about our quests. Once a week on the internet. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. If yins wanna hear more, buy some merch at the store. Rate us with a 5-star score. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.
Bardic Mystery Tour is recorded at Looking for Group Pittsburgh. Looking for Group Pittsburgh is a land center in the Brookline neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you're in the area, stop by for games, co-working, or events. Find more information or schedule your next party at lfgpgh.com.
Did she throw her cat over her shoulder to murder it or something?
What?
Was that Amaranth or was that someone else? It wasn't to murder it. Someone had a cat on their lap and they just like put it behind their head and threw it on the ground and everyone got like pissed.
Yeah, people like cats on the internet.
I mean, whatever. I do like things to I like to turn
Cats
my
can
cats
fall.
upside down and hold them like a baby, and they don't like that.
Cats
I
can
hate
fall
it.
like 8 feet and they're fine with it. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like owned a cat, you would know.
Yeah, Nora.
Yeah, Ed.
Unlike Ed and Emily and Brayton, who each own 3 cats.
Each.
And we live in a studio apartment together.
I have 3 cats
We
that
have
each own
9
3 cats.
And we're all terribly allergic. And we've been trying to get you to take these 9 cats, Nora, for 2 years. And you won't take any of them.
And there are those big ones, the like ones with the paws
Himalayans.
the size of a big dog.
Bobcats.
Yeah,
We tried to feed them poison, but they're too strong.
9 bobcats?
and it's
Yeah.
a studio. Save us, Nora.
Can't you just use them for road construction? Like,
And our
seriously.
vacuum cleaner broke 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
We had a vacuum cleaner.
If you had 9
For all the
cats, your
hair.
vacuum cleaner would break too.
Who would own 9 bobcats in a studio?
Listen, all I'm going to say is whenever we went to adopt our newest cat, the lady who we talked to was like, oh yeah, I have like 7 cats at home.
But are
So
they
I have 10
bobcats?
So I have 10 litter boxes. And I was like, that's like, where do you fit them all?
Wait, that
10
math
That's a
doesn't
lot
work.
of-
Is it?
that's a
no,
lot of
her
square
floor
feet.
is just sand. She just
I
lives
guess so.
on the beach.
If you only have
inside.
7 cats, don't you only need 7 litter boxes? It's
No,
not like-
because you need at least one, according to the guidance that they provide you when you adopt. You're supposed to have one for every cat plus 1.
Why?
So if you have 1 cat, you should have 2.
It's partially because like sometimes cats get real persnickety if you don't clean their litter box enough, so then they'll like go pee on your floor. So
They
to
just
encourage
clean their
them to
litter
not
box.
do that, you get 3 litter boxes. I don't know,
I-
man.
I think you can have like 3 cats with 1 litter box if you have a little bit of
We-
just fucking go do the job. when you're
Growing up,
supposed
we
to.
always had 1 litter box for 2 cats. They were also indoor outdoor, so they peed and pooped outside a lot too, you know?
But like,
Tough
just
call.
clean your litter box like once a day.
Sometimes cats eat a big burrito. They gotta poop 2 or 3 times.
Brayton, stop feeding the bobcats burritos. I've been meaning to talk to you about this.
All right, but here's the thing. Ever since they grew up and we've been calling them Robert cats, I've been feeding them burritos because they can make their own choices.
Emily, I wanted to tell you, whenever you said that the floor was made of sand, I pictured like all the sand volleyball courts I've ever been to in Pennsylvania, which do get cat poop in them, and also like raccoon poop and like other random wild animal poop and pee.
What do you
And mean
think
poop?
the like number of people who own cats, and I mean like plural, like 9, you know. How many of those people do you think have a doggy door so that the cat can get out, and then they also have a sandbox because they have a small child or 2, and it's actually
That's a kitty
just a
door.
litter box now?
We had a sandbox and we had to cover it to keep our cats and raccoons from pooping in it.
You had raccoons as a pet?
No, just like in the wild, in the
My
outdoors.
dad had raccoons as a
wandering
pet when he was
around.
a
Yeah, my
kid.
dad had a raccoon as a pet.
Yeah, what's that
you
supposed
guys
to
both
be?
have the same dad?
Nope.
Was his name Rocket?
No, his name was
No.
Robert. We used
Name
to call
was
him Bob
Robert.
until he grew up.
His name wasn't Bob. His initials were Bob.
That's not my dad.
It's not my dad.